Hi guys, this is Tablet-News.com and I'm here with the Evolio Evotab 2, a Romanian tablet. This is a 7-inch device that runs Android 2.3 Gingerbread. Don't let this skin fool you. It has a skin that makes it resemble honeycomb. It even has a widget section like this. And now let's get to the design. As you can see, it's a simple white tablet with a home button right here, couple of buttons here, ports on this side. Here's the back side. Evotab 2 by Evolio. It costs a bit below $200, so it's very cheap. Speakers right here, no camera at all, smooth surface, feels nice to the hand, and it's a low-end device, so if you see it freezing up or lagging, there's no problem. That's the list of your concerns. This device measures 11 millimeters in thickness. It also weighs 360 grams, uses a CPU that's a single-core 1 GHz Cortex A8 unit. The resolution supported here is 800 over 480 pixels, so it's not that great, but it's still decent. It's got 8 GB of storage, 512 MB of RAM. As far as ports goes, well, here are the ports. We have a full USB, which is a surprise. We have a mini USB charging port, audio jack and micro SD card slot. Then there's the home button, a bunch of buttons here. We have the back button, menu button and power button. Other than that, nothing else on the surface of this device. The Evotab 2. Okay, I must mention that this device also supports a 3G dongle if that's needed. It also has Wi-Fi. It has a 4500 mAh battery, good enough for 6 or 7 hours of use. The problem with this device is that it takes a long while to charge, 3-4 hours, so that's a long charging. It supports Full HD video playback. I was surprised by that. It also has a keyboard accessory. I won't show you that now, but no, that's pretty cool. It turns it into sort of a laptop if you're into such devices. It doesn't have a GPS and scores around 1800 points in quadrant if you like benchmarks. Has no volume buttons. That may be disturbing for you. No volume buttons at all. So when you're inside an application, that's a bit of a handicap. You have virtual buttons on the screen. These are virtual volume buttons, but as I said, when you're inside the game and you want to change the volume, that's a bummer for you, since that won't happen. Let's have a first look at the web browser through Tablet-News.com and the virtual keyboard on this tiny tablet. So Tablet News it is. You have to press the screen quite solidly to get an input. And here it is, Tablet-News.com is loading right now. This is the website. Scroll works just fine. Here's the content. A little bit of means to zoom. And now let's try it in portrait mode as well. So here we are. Looks nice. I guess so. So let's get back to the other features, see what else this tablet has. Well, I'm going to use a USB stick now since we're here. Here's the USB stick. I'm going to be doing the media playback from it. Hope for the best. Hope it doesn't have stage fright. So it spotted it. We should be getting the content right now. I'm going to start with audio playback. Don't expect a very strong volume, expect a decent one. Here we are with the audio player. It has found the songs. Let's find this one. Some drum and bass. Actually, it has double volume controls, as you can see. A volume control here and another volume control here. Okay, enough about that, enough with the drum and bass. The volume is decent, but the speaker at the back is not that impressive. Well, what can you expect from a tablet that's below $200? And now some video playback. As I said, this tablet can do full HD content, and I'm going to show you the movie Hugo. Everybody talks about its 3D graphics, about how cool it is, and since I'm showing it to you here in Full HD, means that the tablet is not that bad after all. The volume could use some tweaking. Try to find some effects here. Pretty good movie, this one, Hugo. Great graphics, but it's really hard to find a part that really underlines the HD graphics. So, as you can see, the tablet can do Full HD video, no problem, doesn't freeze, doesn't lag, and is doing that on a USB stick, which is pretty cool. Enough about Hugo, you'll see it for yourselves. Okay, stopped using the USB stick. And you have the usual features here that any tablet has, like Gmail. You also have Android Market. That's just been converted to Play Store. As you can see, the rebranding took place this week. And now instead of Android Market, we have the Google Play. That also includes movies, music, books, whatever you want. And since I mentioned the Google account that I synced, I also synced it with Gmail. That's available as usual right here. Here we are. You can write an email, read an email, answer an email, do whatever you want. Also, we have the Google Maps app, but that we won't use that since the tablet has no GPS. We have the calendar that we synced. Hopefully it will work. Here we are. This is March, nothing happening. This is February, the busy day of February with Mobile World Congress and the conferences that we had and we attended. So I synced everything from my Google account to this tablet and it works just fine. You saw the browser, now you're going to see YouTube. That of course works. Let's go back and see some highlights of a recent Barcelona match. Okay, so YouTube is working as well with no problem. As you can see, I'm having an easy time moving through the menus. And that custom skin that I mentioned, you can see that these buttons, they're wannabe honeycomb. This settings area is also wannabe honeycomb. The widgets aren't exactly what you expect. They're app shortcuts, but we'll have to do with that. The list of apps is right here. So that's the interface part. And now I'll get to social networking, since we must do that even on this small tablet. First up, there's Twitter. The usual Twitter Android app, no need for anything fancy. So you can see what people are saying. I can see what people are mentioning me. Here we are. You can discover stuff via hashtags. And that's about it with the Twitter app. As you can see, it takes a while, some time to turn from landscape to portrait. Next up, there's Facebook, the eternal app that we show here in our reviews, the Android app, the addiction, and the Zuckerberg hit product. This is the main section of Facebook. It's got newsfeed, profile, friends, messages, places, groups, events, and photos. Let's see events this time, since I usually show you other stuff in reviews. Well, birthdays divided by months. Now let's see my profile. Here's my profile. Trophies I earned playing on the PS Vita. Stuff I posted here. Now let's see what else. List of friends. Organized by name. As you can see, the buttons are pretty loud and plasticky. I'm putting my finger on top of them. And they're flimsy, you can hear them, but what build quality do you want for less than $200? Well, we dealt with Facebook and Twitter. Now let's deal with some e-reading. I have a Shelves app and I can read a book It seems that my tablet is filled with religious books or something. Here's the e-reading part. Looks pretty okay. Let's see what options we have, if we have any. Here we are. Font size, go to, bookmarks, TOC, book info. Let's change the font size to XL. And this is a bigger font. Other switches. Go to the table of content and all that. So, in a word, the tablet can be used as an e-reader, no problem. It also has this small display, easy to hold with one hand at 360 grams. That won't be a problem at all. So let's see what else we missed here. The way to create widgets is the usual one. You can add shortcuts, widgets and folders. If you ever use Android, you know what I'm talking about. The way to enter settings is also the usual one. Here's the settings area. Nothing fancy about that. Well, I guess there's one more socializing network to show you. Google Plus, with the stream of what people are saying. It's a recently updated app, so it may have some problems. It may have requirements higher than what this tablet can do. I can see that pictures don't appear. Okay, so they seem to be appearing now. Well, anyway, that's Google Plus, and that's the profile with recent posts, about, and photos. This is the about section, and that's about it when it comes to social networking. Now we're nearing the end of the review, so as usual I'm going to show you a bunch of apps. Let me start by showing you one of the apps for the websites that I respect the most. It's Engadget. Don't know if I showed you this app before, but it's a new version. So the #1 resource for gadget news. You can get it to the Engadget app. At the top we have the top stories. Next up we have these main stories right here. At the bottom we have sections like latest, topics, videos, podcasts and galleries. And we enter the topics area. You can see that there are announcements, cameras, cell phones, desktop, displays, e-readers. There's also videos section from the Engadget show, podcasts, so you can listen to all of them, a bunch of galleries. Here they are, and other stuff like that. Pretty comfortable to use application, no trouble here, but sadly it's oriented in portrait mode, so if you wanted landscape, bummer for you. Other useful applications, well, there's one for people who collect various bills from various countries. It's called Banknote. So if you collect banknotes and want to know what a banknote looks like in a certain country, we have a catalog right here. Here it is. These are the bills in all the countries, the local coins. So let's select Chile, better said. There is a 2010 issue, and here's the peso from 2010. So if you're a collector and you travel a lot, want to see how the coin changed in all these countries, let's go to Cuba. I'm really curious about their local coin. They have a lot of changes, I see. Let's see a commemorative issue for Cuba. Once again, peso. You can also contribute material to this catalog if it's not developed enough. This button sound is quite annoying. I have to remind you of that. So this was an app for banknote passionates, and you saw Engadget earlier. Now let's move to more fun stuff, like of course games. Let me start with Skater Boy. It should load faster, but 1 GHz CPU, Cortex A8. We don't need much. Hopefully it's not in landscape, and from what I know it's not. Here's the game, pretty basic. in the town level. You simply have to take this skater boy and jump, give it a boost, collect stars, avoid the stairs, do a half pipe thingy, maybe flip, do an ollie, listen to the rock music in the background. Do double flips, triple flips, special combos. You can even get hurt at some point, like this. Well, you get the idea. So this was Skater Boy, and now let's play with the chicken. It's a game called Ninja Chicken on our less than $200 tablet. No relation to Angry Birds whatsoever, even if the chicken is ninja. Once again, the back of the tablet, you haven't seen enough of it, since it has no camera to brag with. Once again, the ports, and the chicken should have loaded by now, but it hasn't. Try again. Problems with the screen orientation, as you can see. Maybe this time it will work. Nope, no luck again. Let me just use the good old advanced task killer to solve our problems. And here we are. Let's try the chicken one more time. And here we are. Pretty dumb face for that chicken. Now let's play level 4. It's a chicken that will do pretty much what the skater did, except it will have to avoid obstacles and get nuts. Can also jump with a bit of lag. And when it dies, it cries ninja. Not a very hard game. These things look like they were taken from Mario. It can become frustrating. The level, what I like is that the level changes each time you play, so that's cool. It has bugs. It's a new game from what I gather. It's pretty fun for kids, people who got bored of Angry Birds and want to have fun with a chicken instead of an exotic parrot. So my chicken just died. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay guys, now it's time for the conclusion, the verdict for this tablet. It's a pretty good one. So as I said, it's a 1 GHz tablet, capable of full HD playback, has a full USB port that you can attach a 3G dongle to, has no volume buttons, sadly, has no camera at the back, has no GPS, once again below $200, with an OS that copies Honeycomb, not so thick, not so heavy, playback is good, audio playback, well, not so much, it can play games, it can enter the new version of Android market, so it's capable, it has Wi-Fi, it has Gmail, calendar, socializing via Facebook and Twitter, so for about $180, it's a good purchase if you want to make it your second tablet or a tablet for your kid who just got started in this field. Okay guys, this was Tablet-News.com. Hope you liked the review, and I'll be back with more tablets in a couple of days. Bye bye.